What's up, space fans? It's your boy Jeff here. If this is your first time here, we forgot to do intros and stuff. So my name's Jeff. Ash plays Alecto. Kristy plays Keziah. AJ plays Gale, Zauber. And Jayme plays Ebenezer Crunch. Let's see. You can find all our contact info in the show notes. And please join our Patreon. If you like the show and you want a 7-day trial, you want to see what it's all about. We've got plenty of free content on there, as well as our entire D&D episode archive. And also, it's been 2 years since Jayme, Kristy, and Sako joined the team, and so I wanted to give them a shout out. Let's give them all a round of applause, shall we? You're welcome to join in. All right. Enjoy the show.
You can edit out the part where I said or a gun.
Oh, no. We edited all that out. Don't even mention it. Don't
Perfect.
confuse our listeners.
You could just edit out next week's winning lotto numbers because my psychic services come with a fee.
Yes, you must sign up for Patreon at the highest donation level, and you will gain access to Jayme's award-winning psychic services. Nobody has made more fake money for more fake customers than any psychic anywhere.
That's right. We do keep supernatural intervention behind a paywall, and that's important.
More successful than Miss Cleo.
Oh, man. Oh, what a great pull. What a perfect pull.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
A+. Can we get Kristy an action point?
Yeah.
Sure. It's been voted and seconded.
Yay!
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it.
Yay!
It's been a pleasure doing business with you. Give yourself an action point.
Shit, I gotta pull that more often.
So you transferred to the Acheron, you flew to the Baradonia system, you met the small ship provided by Judith, and you flew to the planet. I asked you to name the shuttle, and they called it the Slamma Jamma. The AI is named Blinky, and they have a big four-wheeler inside the vehicle called Jamma Jr., which they drove to the prison. Raya's driving. She's the one dispatched by Judith to help you, and then, or was it Lagos? One of those. Anyway, they get to the prison outskirts. They found 200 graves, freshly dug, and an earth mover with a corpse inside that turned out to be. Did I say how long he had been dead? I think you studied the bugs coming out of him, and
Something like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
three weeks. Yeah. And then there was some kind of device behind his ear that they pulled out, damaging the skin around it. But due to some sciencey shit, you figured he might have already been dead when it was pulled out. Oh, and there was a gun in his lap because he had shot out his head. You found a maintenance shaft. You left Raya and the Jammer Jr. there as like a getaway vehicle in case you need to escape quickly. They went into the security gate and into the main prison. They went down to the third floor to a delousing area where they found someone who had died due to like a flash burn presumably set off by a fire source that hit the high oxygen in the room. It seemed to be a construction worker rather than a prison guard. They took the next elevator down to the 6th floor where a prisoner was being kept. Gale and Alecto went to the cell door to let the prisoner out. Alecto got a big wrench. As they were wrenching on it, a failsafe activated. Keziah then cracked into it. So they managed to turn off the failsafe, and Alecto wrenched open the door. This prisoner jumped out and tried to break through the fencing, like, so imagine a balcony railing. The fencing is like, keeps you from going out into the drink. And he was trying to rip through that. So they all non-violently, more or less, punched him calm. Or into submission, I guess, is a better name for that.
Non-violently.
Yeah. But it quickly escalated to violence when Keziah got there and hit him with a plasma shooter. Oh, and I guess you could say that compel spells are a form of violence as well. Yeah, it was pretty violent, let's be honest.
Yeah. I just right hooked my headphones out of my ear. How's your day going?
Oh, no. Let's see. So they managed to hold him, but not before doing a lot of damage. Meanwhile, down on the 39th floor. Oh, that's something I said on air, but you guys don't. You guys wouldn't know anything about that. But we can start there. You're all sort of clustered around him, except Keziah's about 10 feet back.
You forgot to mention how spooky everything was. It was super spooky.
It's very
Oddly spooky.
Yeah, very quiet. Not a lot going on.
He's also somewhere between glowing and jaundiced.
He has like a body mod, so his skin's basically tattooed green. He's not glowing, even though AJ really wants him to be glowing.
That's why I said somewhere between glowing and jaundiced.
So anyway, so the only sound then is y'all's boots scuffing and like trying to get this guy to submit, until you hear a faint in the distance, like what sounds like machinery spooling up, and maybe water splashing. You're not sure, but it's very far down. Possibly 45 floors down, whatever's happening down there.
You said this was like a big empty center, right? With the balcony going on. The echo must be insane coming up from the bottom.
Right. Yeah. So if you imagine a rectangle with a slightly smaller rectangle inside it, that represents the void that you would enter if you were to leap off the railing like this guy was trying to do.
That was an excellent visual. Thank you for that, Jeff.
So, yeah, Jayme?
I was just going to say, I was a little fuzzy on rectangles all these years. And I was too embarrassed to ask, so that really helped. Thank you.
Yeah. You're squared away.
Finally, someone's showing Jayme rectangles. No one let him know.
Squared away. Get it? See what Jeff did there? Squared away.
Oh.
It's also a rectangle. Who knew?
Jeff, I think you get an action point for that one.
Yeah, you do, Jeff. No one gives you the action points.
I'm trying to think of a different name for them if they're points that you give me, but I can't think of a better one. I was thinking inaction points, but that's not very fun.
No, because that's degrading. You do so much.
Give yourself DM inspiration for when we get back to my D&D game.
Oh, yeah, that's good. All right. That'll just encourage me to make bad puns, and we can't have that.
We should have that.
So your wishes from last time: better rolls for AJ, find Petey,
For all of us.
And then AJ also thought it'd be fun if the princess was in another castle, which wouldn't be fun for Jayme, but possibly for all of us. So, Alecto, you've got a pretty decent hold on the guy. Keziah's got her whip around his other shoulder, and he's straining, you know, like sweating and spitting. And yeah, you all hear that noise down deep.
Keziah would like to dose him with a sedative.
Cool. He looks as if he's about 280. No way to know how dense his bones are, but he has been modded to have claws and like fangs. And his jaw seems really like dense. And your thing can actually, your thing has sensors on it. It can tell how much he weighs and estimates a dosage. So why don't we just roll a light check, and I'll see if you just need a medium, so you need a 15, and I'll see if he can resist.
Yeah, straight light check. Yes, definitely. I got a 17.
Nice. Okay, he's like fighting it still, and then he just kind of fades away and drops to the deck.
That was annoying.
Thank God. Oh. Every single part of that sucked, and I don't want to do it again. If there's another room with a dude in it, we should just leave it alone.
Is there like a terminal or anything nearby?
Sure, yeah. Let's say in the corners and halfway down each walkway, there's a secure terminal. And you've already cracked the outer and internal security, so I'll just let you use it.
Okay.
But just know that it's supposed to be secured.
Okay.
Whatever.
Can she tell what's being activated?
Possibly. I think I'm going to pit your hacking against their computers.
Okay. 26.
Oh, that's not fair. Yeah, sure enough, the automated defense cannons, which fire like a high explosive ceramic round, so they won't bust through stone or concrete, but they will rip a person to shreds. And they are on like every 3 levels, and the ones at floor 39 fired up.
For some reason, the automatic defense cannons on level 39 are active.
Maybe they're holding Petey down there. They want to stop us from rescuing him as we've rescued this fine, sleeping, giant monster man below us. I kind of gesture at the non-glowing prisoner.
Ah, yes, rescue.
Some dude rescued, beaten into submission and drugged unconscious. You know.
Speaking of our rescue, what do we want to do with him?
I was hoping to question him, but, you know, he has to be unconscious. So, assuming it's a he.
I mean, we could tie him up right now and then wake him up.
I do need to address, you don't know his gender specifically, but you're pretty sure about his sex, because boy howdy, it's yeah.
Please tell me you're about to say right now that he just has a humongous hog.
He has a humongous hog. What can I say? This
is beautiful.
This guy's an absolute unit. He's a specimen.
Guys, a Shattered Worlds first, he finally said it. It finally wasn't me.
You pushed me to it. You pushed me too far. So anyway, yeah, that's what's going on. I really
Dreams
don't have
do
a lot
come
to
true.
do here because you all are role playing. Continue.
I mean, we can tie them up, and we can ask questions when we wake them up.
Yes, I can wake him back up. That is not an issue.
Anyone got rope?
That is not something I normally carry.
We could say that you all packed adventuring kits.
I was just about to ask you if I could ostensibly have some sort of like zip tie or something.
You
in
have
my...
a dimensional inventory. Adventuring kit is in there.
I certainly do enjoy including people in the debate before going directly to my dimensional inventory.
Yes, we will say that standard adventuring gear, if you want it, is available. You know, I'm not a stickler for specific inventory items unless you definitely want them. But yeah, whatever you would have packed for a jailbreak.
Yeah, I tie this dude right the fuck up.
Oh, and then because Crunch is Lunari, he could use his resources skill at some point if it's like something really fancy. But just regular adventuring gear, it's fine.
Hey, Crunch, can you use your insight to see if we have rope?
Crunch pack like super fancy Lunari. It's like velvet rope for a red carpet event.
Yeah.
But it's like a magic show kind of. It's like it just keeps going as he pulls it out of his robe. Just...
Yeah.
Oh, you're inside a mech, so I don't even know where it's coming from.
His mech pockets, of course.
But yeah, you have a super sturdy rope and hooks and all that in your
Wonderful.
In your Armani duffel. I don't know.
Tie this bad boy up, and if we also have hooks available to us, is there like a pipe that I could attach him to?
Yes, there are a few exposed pipes here and there.
Wonderful. I fasten a hook to the rope and just kind of like connect him.
Cool. Yeah. I would let you have a power draining device. That's kind of standard in bounty hunter circles in this game, is devices to make it harder for someone to sustain concentration to do powers. It's considered rude to do to prisoners, but you know, in certain circumstances, you could. Authorities would probably let you get away with it. So just regular rope or the good shit?
The good shit.
Okay, cool.
We don't have like zip ties or anything like.
Yeah, I probably have zip ties.
Yeah, you guys roll with like 50 a piece pretty much all the time, I would assume.
They're very good for assembling things, which I do a lot of.
So you zip tie his wrists? Do you zip tie his ankles?
Full on hog tie, my man. Full on.
Oh my god. And the brain sucking rope. Okay. You should be fine.
Do I have to roll to see if I can slap this dude before Keziah wakes him up?
That's between the two of you.
The Gale's breaking out the shibari.
Oh no.
Shibari zip ties.
These handcuffs are fuzzy. What? Neon pink?
Am I allowed to slap him, Kristy?
She's not going to stop you.
I slap him.
She's just that kind of doctor. She'll allow it.
He's not my patient.
All right, so you slap him, he comes to. He's like, and his eyeballs are a little, whatever his pupils do in relation to a stimulant. I don't know what that would do, but
I want you to know that I very much enjoyed that because nothing else we did worked.
he kind of tries to snarl and bare his teeth, but he's still a little dopey, so He just kind of growls.
Anyway, you want to talk now? What are you doing here?
I've been held prisoner by these sons of bitches. They won't tell me who they are, but they haven't let me go for over a year now.
Well, yikes. What exactly have they been doing to you?
Not much, to be honest. Mostly just... I get to go out, an hour a day for some R&R, but they don't let us congregate or anything. They took a lot of the prisoners a month or so ago.
I'm gonna need you to back up because you used a lot of plurals there. Are there more people here?
Oh, yeah, they had tons. All sorts of people. Some of them I couldn't even understand their language.
And how many could or could not possibly be dead right now? We saw a lot of graves.
His eyes widen, and he tries to shake at his bonds. It's like, clearly he's more frightened now, if that's possible.
I may have done a whoopsie, everyone.
It's okay. We're here to help.
You're
Not-
here to help.
Not you specifically, but in general.
We're here to help one person, but if helping you is on the docket as well, we can do that.
I do have a question for you, Kristy. Do you want to look this guy up?
Yes.
Okay, so you do a little surreptitious camera scan of his face and stuff, and I'll see if he comes up. He's kind of small time. No, you don't come across anything.
What is on level 39?
It's just cells all the way down to the bottom floor, from what I hear. I never get down there.
By any chance, have you met a recent prisoner, a recent addition to this terrible prison named Peter? And I quickly describe him.
How recent are we talking about?
What do we think? Like a few weeks? Oh, we've seen him here. We saw him just like a few
Petey
days
got
ago, right?
grabbed just a week ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, when was the last time you were let outside? Real quick.
Maybe Thursday. Today's Sunday.
All right, so that's feasible. He came in about a week ago.
Hey, I could use some water if you got any. Whatever they left in my cells ran out yesterday.
Keziah will take out like one of her nutrient squeezy packs and squeeze some.
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm. She got some liquid IV.
He is refreshed. And it's now that you're Kristy, your sensors and things, you can tell that he has some mods or something that are making him like heal rapidly and shake off the effects of the drugs faster than they should. Almost as if it needed like protein to run or something.
I see you have impressive mods.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was a result of a few bad decisions back in the teens. So it's 28 PC, so that would have been at the earliest 9 years ago.
We all go through phases.
Wasn't exactly my choice. I was a bit of a guinea pig, you might say.
Sometimes our phases are treating people like guinea pigs. Maybe it wasn't your phase.
He looks at you like he's too tired to be disgusted. But then he notices that you're like a hot lady, and he's like, those two things are warring in his eyes at the same time.
Let the record show AJ looks horrified.
Keziah, we're going to need to administer a different type of sedative. I'm seeing some disturbing movement.
Do we have any, like, large, stretchy pants, like Hulk jeans, in the dimensional inventory?
Yes, that's what'll fix this problem, is gray sweatpants.
I mean, that's basically what he's wearing right now. It's just like a prison top and pants. He's got a barcode tattooed on his wrist, and that's about it for accessories. No shoes, dirty socks.
No scarf? What if he gets chilly?
No mittens?
Oh, Kristy, you have synced to the security net, so if you were to scan his tattoo, you'd get whatever information has been entered.
Yeah, I was just about to ask, could I look up the barcode?
Yeah, so it comes up. It's like it hasn't been entered into the system, so it's either fake or all his records were expunged.
Is that your prisoner tattoo from here?
Yeah. Yeah, it's supposed to give me access to certain areas of the rec level, but it never seemed to do anything.
Would it bother you if I told you that you don't seem to be entered into the system?
He looks at you and narrows his eyes and he says, "Lady, not much could surprise me at this point. I've been through a lot."
I imagine so.
You ever hear of the Excelsior Initiative? And of course, you have indeed. It was a secret evil facility on Kavar 2 that was built sometime during or even before the war 28 years ago with the Yafridi Empire. And it was recently liberated by a joint group of the Order of the Red Circle and our heroes. I can't remember. I don't know if they even had a name for their group, but some well-meaning adventurers.
Crunch would probably know that too, yeah?
Oh, it was the Order of the Red Circle and Talon, Astral Returner.
Oh, it's these folks. Okay.
And that's the same planet that your boss, Lagos's boss, is the governor of, or viceroy, they call him, in the Empire. An interesting coincidence, maybe?
If you had to put a timeline, per se, on when those events happened and these current events are happening.
They were, I don't know, 6 months to a year ago.
Okay. All right. Okay. I'm still undecided on whether this is a completely different thing or a very familiar thing.
For the listeners and AJ, this was a person that was trapped in the system for many years. And so their brain might be a little goofy.
Mm-hmm.
This guy should be getting regular counseling, Kristy. So the fact that he's been abandoned in a prison probably suggests that he hasn't been getting quality care.
Not terribly surprising for an alligator-faced man.
Not very surprising for a man.
Have we asked Killer
True.
Croc what his name is?
No.
What's your name, good sir?
Kip Sovrel.
Nice to meet you, Kipso. I'm Alecto.
That's just Kip.
Oh.
Kip Sovrel.
Oh, sorry, I misheard. Nice to meet you, Kip.
Nice to meet you. I wish it was under better circumstances. And he holds up his wrists like, you fucking kidding me with this?
Yeah, well, you see, I wish it were better, but our first interaction, if you will remember, was you barreling us down to try and go fuck all whoever knows?
I was going to go down.
What's down?
There's got to be another way out of here. I figured it must be at the bottom. Maybe where they stash the drilling machines or where a cable goes out. There's always a back way out, right?
We have a route out.
You have a route out. Well, what are we doing here then? Let's go.
We still have something to accomplish.
Oh.
If you can help us accomplish it, we are more than happy to help you get out.
He kind of gestures towards Crunch. You got another suit like that?
The mech suit?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't know if you'd fit in it, my friend. my large friend. I have a fancy robe, if that helps. I held up the velvet robes.
Red
We
rope
could probably get you a
licorice.
sandwich.
Sorry, Kristy, what'd you say?
I've got red rope licorice.
Oh.
How about some Werther's Originals, eh, little boy?
Werther's Originals.
He's like, or a gun, personal shield, sword, anything?
I don't know. You look pretty formidable with your teeth and claws. I don't need any weapons, and I don't have those things.
He looks you up and down and gives you like a... He's like, well, you got all the weapons you need right there. And he points to your biceps.
I'm glad you pointed at my biceps because you were about to get kicked in the teeth.
He flashes a winning smile, although his teeth are a bit dirty because it has been a few days since he got toothpaste.
So I'm sure you recall that I tried affecting you through non-physical means earlier. I do have ways of perhaps boosting your natural abilities, if you so need.
He glares at you and he says, that was you roaming around in my head?
I mean...
Do you know where I've been, little girl?
Did you want me to just hit you outright? I can do it again.
He's like scooting in your direction. He goes, I've been in the mouth of hell. I've been working a machine every single day for 2 goddamn years. And I thought I was doing something right. And I was doing something wrong. And I could never forgive myself. And he starts banging his head into the ground like over and over again.
Keziah will make him go back to sleepy sleep.
It's okay, little puppy. It's okay. You're safe now.
Okay, so that is more than enough, actually. So what I was saying was, I can help you with those abilities rather than try and dig around if that's not something you want.
You telling me you could make me faster?
Is faster what you want?
Help me stay out of gunfire, if that's what you're going up against.
We don't quite know what we're up against at the moment, so if your immediate concern is gunfire, then I'm liable to think gunfire is going to be the number one threat.
All right. I gotta warn you. These Pamites, they got magical artifacts. People with weird powers.
What did he call them? Payamites?
Pamites.
Oh.
Members of the Pamite Legion.
Gotcha. Pam.
That's the new silly name that Pam has given her breakaway sect.
Pamites.
Can I just summon, like... Oh, goodness. I'm trying to debate whether I just do the cat or I do something scary. Because I want a just quick show of power, like, conjure ally, like, yeah, I can do weird shit, too.
Cool. Kitten appears on your outstretched palm.
Mm-hmm.
He goes, ooh. Ooh.
So, again, yes, I also have magical artifacts and weird magical abilities, but these other fine folks with me have also fought people with magical abilities, so no big deal. We can take care of it.
So if you didn't come here to spring me, who are you looking for?
Peter.
Previously aforementioned Peter.
E.T.
I don't know if I know any Peters. Must have been kept in solitary. Unless he's going by another name.
Crunch, what do you go by another name?
I mean, it's possible they could have entered him under a false identity if they're trying to stash him here.
Keziah, you have the logs of the prisoners here, right? Can you see if Peter was registered?
Was he?
No, he's one of 6 prisoners that were brought in, and their entrance was noted, but nothing about their, like, no data really about, like, no names, no numbers, no nothing.
So she'll share that.
Interesting. Jayme, when you were asking about Peter earlier, you said that you gave him a physical description, right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I forgot to tell Kristy, like, once you hear his name, you're like, oh, that rings a bell, and you can get all his data. Basically, he was like a petty criminal during the war that became something of a... Like, he was one of those kind of war heroes that just tumbles into a thing and so becomes part of a group. And then he was always sort of like getting caught up in criminal activity, but never got enough to like get sent away to prison. So it seems like he was either an informant or he had legal help. Anyway, 10 years ago, he disappeared. And that must have been when he went to... what do you call it? Cavar 2, the Excelsior Initiative. And at the same time he disappeared... Oh, I forgot this interesting tidbit. He's suspected of murder on Tel'Durine 5. He was a Lunari aircar mechanic. And his mods were installed by a Thermopolian doctor, Dr. Asha Danlo Grace. And she had been disgraced by dirty actions during the war. So that's probably why she was on Thermopylae, because, like, they're sort of on the frontier and laws are fuzzy. Anyway, she and Zoverel disappeared 10 years ago. And she was one of the people rescued from the Excelsior Initiative, but there's no record of her after that rescue hit the news or whatever. So if anyone knows where she is, it's probably the Red Circle.
Okay. Is there anything you wanted to ask this guy, Crunch?
I'm going to ask, would you happen to know which floor the solitary confinement cells are on?
No, sorry. No idea. I assume they're near the bottom, since they're the farthest away from amenities. To which he probably means, like, hollow suite, garden, outdoors, whatever. Gym, pool, whatever they have here.
Library, TV.
Yeah.
Book.
We're just listing things that people do sometimes in prison.
Ping pong.
Weight, just one little dumbbell.
It's the crunch workout.
But you have to rent it out from the library cart. Just that one dumbbell.
You mentioned that your barcode doesn't actually work. Have you ever actually seen these amenities?
Oh yeah, down on floor 10 they or no, was it floor 11? Yeah, floor 11 there's a sort of like fake outdoors, and so you can kind of sit, and it's like a patio kind of configuration. There's a weight set and a basketball hoop on the far end. There's it's like a hydroponic area across the way, but we're not allowed in there. And there's sort of like a vanity garden, where guards grow beans and shit like that.
Charming.
Yeah, real charming. It hasn't been maintained very well, I'll tell you that.
Gross.
Won't catch me eating guard beans, let me tell you that much.
I can't remember the last time I grew beans for fun as a vanity project.
Aw, beans.
I hear there's another one like it farther down, he says.
I'm imagining like bean guard influencers.
So welcome back to my channel. Today I tried these new beans that we got in the office today. They're a really weird brand. They're colored differently, and they're shaped kind of like ovals instead of round things like I like, But we're going to dig into this really quickly. Let me just take a quick spoonful. And 1, 2. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
It's like hooded prisoners being led through the background. I would like to have like a group huddle, if that's all right, away from the scary drugged bed.
It's not hard to get away from him.
Right.
Hang on.
Especially not now.
All right, group huddle.
Group huddle.
What
Love
does
it.
everyone think about, bringing along the scary monster man?
Well, Keziah will share what she knows about him.
Right, that he's a presumed murderer, fugitive from the law, but he was also traumatized horribly for 10 years at a secret brain prison, supposedly a healing facility run by a friendly organization. But all the news that's come out lately about the Excelsior Initiative is not good. Doctors Silvers and Borja, who Crunch, even before the war, you had heard about them. They're very well-known Mistral scientists.
Who are they again?
They were psychological researchers, like scientists. They worked with like bioengineering and stuff. And you have since been reading all this stuff about what you missed during the war and so on. So you've found out that they disappeared sometime right around when the war started.
Killed heroically by a serial killer.
Oh, right. Yes. And they're now dead because they were killed by Talon, Mistral returner, who was supposed to bring them back to the planet for re-education.
Yeah-oh.
Instead chose to blow them up.
Well, whoopsie.
That part didn't get into the news.
Can't make an omelet, etc., etc.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, so then this kind of sounds like something that the Red Circle people might know about. I was about to say Ash when I meant to say Alecto. Alecto, do you think that's maybe something that Hatima might know about?
Possibly. I mean, I really don't know what Hichima knows and doesn't know. I haven't seen her in years until just recently.
All right, so I think maybe we put...
Oh, that lady Yolanda that knew Alecto from monastery days was trying to pitch you guys to join it.
Red
But
Circle.
of course, who knows where she is now.
I thought that Hatima was part of the Red Circle people. Never mind. Something in my brain mixed several wires.
Not a problem.
Yolanda was some old lady from a nearby village.
Oh, no, that was her grandmother.
Oh, right.
Was an old lady.
Right.
She's the young, hot one who's married to Bob, the engineer.
Oh, yeah, it's all. There's
Bob
a
the
lot of
Builder.
people in my head trying to
Mm-hmm.
fall into the right buckets.
So Hatima, being an archaeologist and a ship captain, might have some contacts. Raya, who's clearly an intelligence agent, might. Keziah, you probably have feelers you could put out. Crunch, you're SOL. Alecto, no help whatsoever.
Can I ask my previous character?
I'm afraid that right now there's some interference. You can't reach the ship.
Beans.
Oh, and they're like thousands of light years away anyway, so.
So what do you suppose we do? We could leave him here to die? Or just let him go and run amok? Or try to wrangle him into some sort of useful, tentative ally situation?
I think the third one probably is the best bet.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's very big and scary and can probably help us because he knows this place better than us.
Okay, follow-up question. Let's say I lifted a gun off the fellow who committed suicide back in that mining equipment upstairs. Should I give it to him? Because he wanted a gun and I have this extra gun to spare.
No.
No.
I think maybe stick with the making him fast thing like he wanted, and if he proves useful enough and trustful enough, maybe we can give him gun.
What about a big red wrench?
Well, you said he was green, so the big green wrench can't be.
Was that a reference to his
It's
really large hog?
It's already been established he has a big green wrench.
It wasn't. I was referring to him as a wrench in our plans, but you know.
Ah!
Oh,
Much better, much better.
But if we want to make it hog related, we certainly can.
I was imagining him as like a Super Mario Brothers 2 enemy with like a big wrench.
That's what I was thinking.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Alecto had that big wrench, but I'm wondering if you don't want to give him a weapon because he might use it on you.
Well,
Yes.
I had a hand weapon I wouldn't be so concerned with because I'm extremely overconfident. But a gun is a different story entirely.
All right, cool. Raya checks in, but it's real scratchy. And she's like, how much longer you guys going to be down there?
As long as it takes, Raya.
Is that Alecto? How you doing down there?
Fine. How are you?
Everything's fine so far. No surprises.
Yeah, we still haven't found our guy, but we found a different guy, and we're gonna see if we can work together. It may take a bit.
Oh, yeah? You know who it is?
His name's insert name here. I forgot.
Kip Zovrel.
Kip.
His name's Kip Sovrel.
No shit. That guy's wanted for murder on Telderine 5. I saw a documentary on Space Netflix last week.
So if you were to advise on, say, whether or not we give him a weapon...
She snorts into the mic.
Is that a yes or a no?
What do you think?
I think very little these days.
Huh? You got anybody on the call who does think?
Alecto thinks a lot of things, but none of them are anything that she could say over the microphone right now.
All right, I will await further orders.
You see, you
Click.
do that.
Right on.
Awkwardly, she hung up before you said that, Alecto.
Oh, that was a power move right there.
Yeah, whatever.
All right, so Kip, here's what I'm thinking, bud. Here's what I'm thinking. If you can lead us to places where our friend likely could be, and also maybe just take us to every room until we find him, maybe, we can help you get out of here. How does that sound?
That sounds all right. Can I use that wrench?
Sure.
All right. He picks it up and like swirls it around, like just he's gorgeous with that weapon. Just really powerful.
And if you would like, I can make you fast like you wanted. Would you like that?
That'd be fucking great.
All right, I cast boost on the
he's
dude.
like flexing and like hulking out. And then he's like, whoa. And he's like watching his fingers like you're watching tracers or something, but really fast.
Alrighty, I'm going to roll for Kip up. Okay, that's a very good Kip up roll. 23? No, wait. Yes, 23.
23. That's an extraordinary success. That'll give him +3.
Perfect.
To his wind. To test out his new power, he runs down the hall.
Wait, we didn't untie him
super
yet.
fast. Oh, shit. I was assuming all this had happened after you untied him. Can we say that just so I don't feel like a dork?
Yeah, we can say.
Okay, you take back your power damping wrist lock thing and untie him and clip the strips. He does his fiddling with the wrench. You boost him. What does the boosting look like?
It makes him glow green.
It does.
Gets little sonic rings.
He has made me feel so uncomfortable to this point, so I'm going to make this as uncomfortable a process as possible. I'm going to take a finger, kind of like dig fingernail into head a little bit, like not so much to pierce skin, but enough to like leave an indent, and then just gently trace my finger down his forehead, down his nose, down his face, down torso, and just kind of land on a... No. I see where you're going, and no. I see where you're going, and no.
I see where your finger is going.
Finger lands about solar plexus area, and then I turn my hand upside down and punch him into solar plexus.
Oh, wow.
And then he's boosted.
So it looks awesome, but you hurt your hand, and then he grins. And then he takes off, runs down the hall, runs around the corner, keeps running, runs around the other corner, runs and goes into the security station. And then you hear the doors lock.
Oh, some little buddy has zoomies.
Hey, Lord Dad. Is it a digital lock?
It is, yeah.
Gonna go ahead and
they
take
all
that
are.
key. Gonna go ahead and take that key again and try it.
Okay, do you guys want to run over there or just walk over there?
Can we trot?
Keep in mind the elevator is past the security office. That's presumably where he's going.
Yeah. I mean, first off, I dropped the spell.
I don't think it's a concentration spell. I think it's like a set it and forget it.
Ah, okay. All right.
So you guys run over there. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. I was just going to say, has anyone ever noticed that like 95% of the things that we do is just giving people uppers and downers, sometimes multiple times in a single hour?
Well, it certainly helped you at least 3 times, huh?
Oh, I'm not complaining.
So you guys
Say no to
jog
drugs,
over
kid.
the door. You're tapping through, and you could see through the window him hitting the elevator button over and over again, just waiting for it to go down at the end of the hall. And door opens up. He looks back at you, and the door's open, and he rolls in, and he's repeatedly pushing the door close button.
Can I real quick compel stop?
Sure, go for it.
I got my wish, y'all. I got my wish. Which one's compel again? That's also shadow.
You have to beat an 18.
Oh, well, I sure did, because it's literally only one less than my last roll. My last roll was 23, right?
Yeah.
22.
Okay, he stops pushing the button. What all do you want him to compel to do other than just freeze?
Get out. Come back.
Okay, he starts to move out of the door, and then the doors close.
Wait, the door's closed with him in it?
Yeah.
God damn it.
Now,
Can
would that inspire him to... That'd probably make him open the doors. Yeah.
Yeah.
I imagine being told to come back would encourage him to open a door.
Yeah, it's not like line of sight ends and the spell ends, right?
None of these spells have descriptions on them.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of like how we should interpret it. I think he'd open the door again, and then he steps out as if like that was totally normal.
Yeah, so we did have a deal.
Oh.
I'll gently prise the wrench from his hands.
Yeah, he lets you take it.
Crunch kind of leans into Keziah, and he's like, "Oh, it's a good thing we didn't give him a gun, huh?"
Now that you see the extent to what you're dealing with, would you still like to help us, or would you like to fuck off?
He's gonna try to resist again, just letting it ride. 9 plus 9 is 18, plus 6 is 24.
Yeah, that beats 22. Yeah.
Yeah, so he's gonna try to deceive you.
Can I roll against deception?
He embarrasses himself by pretending to still be controlled. He goes, "Yes, I'm ready to go. Should we enter the elevator now?"
All right, so I'm just going to let you know right now that was absolute dog shit. If you want to go, just go.
Well, I'm headed down. Is that the way you want to go?
Yep.
Are you still trying to trick us?
Well, I was just trying to escape. You can't blame a guy for trying.
You could wander the halls aimlessly for years if you wish, or you could come with us, since we have already told you that we know a way out.
Uh-huh.
Obviously, we do as we came in.
All right, let's do this.
And Alecto will walk up to like uncomfortably in his personal space, and she's like, I'm guessing like 1.5 feet, 2 feet shorter than him. So she just looks right up at his chest. And if you try anything funny, I will grind you into hamburger with my bare hands. Best believe it.
I can't wait, honey.
Alecto, it hurt my hand to punch him before. Can you try? You're stronger than me.
He just grins evilly.
Alecto is right at like prime junk punching level.
Oh, yeah.
And I have this wrench.
And you have named it a very easy target. because of how big it is.
Would there be a bonus to the attack roll?
I could grab it and put it in a lock.
Oh no. Okay, do you want to do any more computer stuff or enter the elevator?
Let's enter the octagon or whatever.
All right, which floor do you want to go to?
Well, we kind of guessing that Petey's going to be held in the lower levels, right? Is that our guess?
Well, actually, no. Because you don't know if these people, if the Pamites stored them all on the same floor or stashed them in different floors. This guy's thinking in normal prison terms, they might have a different plan. So he could really be on any floor.
So this is the security room, right?
Yeah.
Keziah would like to try and see real quick if she can turn off any of the cannons that are on level 39.
Sure. Yeah. You find out that there is somebody has cut the connection cable from upper floors to that floor. So whoever's operating them has a second control area down below somewhere, either on that floor or lower, because they can't be accessing the main network.
Okay. She'll share that.
Well, out of character, was there flooding or something happening? Are we aware of that?
Yes, I don't think you guys have noticed until maybe one of you, as you're walking, notices that there's some water pooling down there. A faint green light washing over it.
Ew, did he pee himself?
And it's then that you see there are 6 floors. Or, I mean, there's 6 green lights dotted down the shaft here and there. So you assume that's 6 prisoners, any one of whom could be Petey.
Well, let's I would start going toward the green lights would be my suggestion.
Sounds
The
good.
first one is on floor 10, which is just above the level he was talking about with the garden and all that.
All right.
Okay.
So elevator trip, 4 floors, so you have a chance to chat if you want.
Do you know why there's water pooling at the bottom?
Says there's water pooling?
At the bottom, yes.
That doesn't sound good. I was trying to escape that way.
Does this prison come with a water feature?
Not that I know of.
Yes, it probably would have been a very bad thing for you.
I mean, jumping down there in general seems like a kind of a bad idea unless you have cybernetic legs or a jetpack or something.
I was going to work my way down, around kind of a spiral. I wasn't going to go all the way, that's 45 floors. That's a good 25 feet per floor. We're looking at, pretty big distance there. 800 feet? 1,000 feet? God, it's a long way.
My last character could have done that. Just ninja down.
Hell yeah. Alecto could do that. What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's true, probably.
Okay, you get to floor 10. Same deal as before. It's mostly dark. There's a few red lights here and there, and then the green light across the way where somebody is being held.
Alecto will take the lead and push Kip ahead of her, kind of prodding him with the spanner.
Okay. He shuffles along.
And I guess we'll go see if we can open the door.
All right, you get to the door. Keziah hits the terminal. This window is a little less grimy, and you see a woman laying on the bed with her back to you. She's got dark hair, gray pants and shirt like him.
Okay. So does the door open? Or are we...
Sure, you have Keziah open the door. She turns and looks back over her shoulder. Roll initiative.
Oh no!
Oh boy.
I hope Petey's not going to attack us. That seems to be the thing going on here.
Hey, does Super Botch apply to initiative rolls?
No.
Okay, cool. Well, Gale wouldn't have had good initiative anyway, so we're just going to call that one a cool 14.
Same with Keziah. Oh, I didn't have 14, I have 12.
17 total.
Sorry, I'm thinking here. Tell me those again. Alecto.
17.
17. Keziah.
12.
12. Crunch.
Crunch also got a 17, but Alecto can go first because she is quicker than Crunch.
Actually, you might have the edge because of your suit.
Oh, okay.
It adds two
Yeah, I
to
just
your
used my normal.
to your stats. So if you have
Okay,
wins,
then it would be 19.
19. 19. Okay. Kip Zovrel will attempt to push you out of the way. Who would have been going in first?
Alecto.
So he just kind of pushes you away, and he's going to rush in to the room, full bore with homicide on his mind. I will give you an opportunity attack to try to hold him back.
Okay, I will try to kick the back of his knee.
Trying to knock him prone.
Yeah, and I'm going to put a little English on it, so I'm intending to hurt him a little bit. He's kind of pissing me off.
Oh, shit. Okay, you have to beat a 29.
I did not. I rolled a 2.
He roars past you.
I'm going to use an action point.
Would that get you over the top
To
to a 30?
No. Okay, I thought that was like a reroll situation, like DM inspiration. No, that's fine.
You can use it that way. I don't know if it would necessarily. Could that, if you rolled higher, could you get a 30?
A 30.
I rolled a 10, so.
Yeah, no. If I rolled a 10, I would beat him, but not a. Yeah, I don't think.
Okay, so he just gets the jump on you, so your kick doesn't quite hit. And he brings the wrench down on Dr. Danlo Grace's head. Oh, wait, it's not Dr. Danlo Grace.
I have the wrench, by the way.
You have the wrench.
Yep.
He stops, and then he steps back a bit, and he's like confused, and he turns around, and he's like, wrong person. And he steps out of the room, and he like goes up against the railing and is like trying to breathe himself back to calmness. This thin, short lady with long dark hair sits up. She's Gillamorian, and she has a moisture suit and then like the gray shirt and pants, paper slippers that are almost destroyed. And she's like, "What's that guy's problem?"
Murder hungry?
I don't know. He's busted in the head.
Yeah, well, maybe you want to keep him on a leash.
I was just thinking that.
Good idea.
She gets up to her feet. She's all creaky. And she's like, "I've been out of the water too long. This place sucks."
I'm getting that
Are
impression.
you here to free me or just a transfer?
We're actually looking for someone in particular. But we can certainly work with you to free you if you would help us.
Why are you walking around with that psychopath?
Because he was helping us, but now he is not. So
First help we found.
He was the first help we found, and he is not proving to be very helpful. Thank you very much.
Yeah, he's not a very stable guy. If this was a regular prison, I'd say you should be sent to the sick bay, but...
Hey, real quick, what's your name?
I'm glad you asked. It's Najalular Ojibwana Helios.
Hey, Keziah, can you look that up real quick?
She does.
She's got a...
Keziah would totally Google someone upon reading this.
Yes.
Let me just look you up real quick.
Gale said the sentence, and Keziah started before she finished it.
She's got a bit of a record, mostly like buying explosives, precursors, picked up near where a bombing happened, but never got the felony conviction. So she might or might not be an agent, but she's probably an explosives person.
So potentially a terrorist. Maybe, sort of, kind of. Possibly. Alleged.
You are not anything like he is. How did you end up in here?
Oh, those Pamites took our ship. Took me captive. I think they thought they could ransom me back, but I must have been a little too mouthy for that bitch. 'Cause here I am. Okay, I tried to sabotage the warp engine, but, come on. I'm a prisoner. It's like your job, right?
Understandable.
We all need hobbies.
So, you guys have a way out of here?
We do, but we have, as Alecto has mentioned, something to do first.
Hey, you know a Peter?
Peter? We knew a Peter back in my village. He picked peppers.
Okay, rephrase. Do you know a Peter in here?
No, I don't know anybody in here. Except for that shifty doctor. They put us together, I guess, because we were women. She asked me all kinds of intrusive questions.
That seems a little sexist, but all right. Way to go, prison keepers.
Just for the exercise round. Would you want to be around that psychopath during, recreation hour?
I mean, I'd feel like I wouldn't want to be around either of you.
She gives you a nasty look, Gale. A look you are used to getting from others.
I'm just saying, we literally just read you're a terrorist, maybe.
Keziah will give a ridiculously detailed description of Peter. Have you seen that man?
No.
I'm surprised Keziah doesn't have a printer.
Right.
Have you seen this man? It's all dot matrix.
Yeah. Remember the Game Boy camera?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Alecto would like to have a little sidebar with our friend Kip. If he's still standing with his back towards us.
Yeah. You lean over and have a little sidebar.
I'm going to walk up and I'm going to grab his arm. I'm going to put him in a wrist lock. and force him to the ground.
He will resist.
Of course he will.
Alecto just wants to get into a scrap.
I want him to know I mean business. You can't do this kind of shit around me. Let's see. 9 plus 4 is 13 plus...
You need a 23 or higher.
I got a 26.
So he is moving so fast trying to get away from you, and you just grapple him. He thinks about punching you, but decides just to settle down.
I'll lean in kind of put myself on top of him with my knee on the small of his back. His arm is in this painful lock. And so if he moves, it hurts. And I'll lean close to his ear. You try some shit like that again, and you are done. I mean it.
I fucking love this. I love every single part of this.
And then I let him go.
I thought she was someone else.
It doesn't matter who it is. You pull something like this again.
The fuck it doesn't! And he slams his fist into the chain link. Najalula jumps under the cot and puts her hands over her head.
I kind of want to punch him in the throat. I kind of just do.
Oh, yes, please. Please just punch him in the throat.
I feel bad for him, though. I mean, obviously his mind is really messed up. But he's dangerous. So... I don't know. Suggestions, folks? I mean, Alecto's staying there, with her arm, wound up, she's gonna, do some damage on this guy. So if anyone wants to step in and, say anything, now's the time.
Gale's not going to stop you from causing damage, but I do have a thing to say to him after you're done.
Before you destroy his face, I think Crunch would just kind of hunker down in his little mech suit, and as if none of this is going on and this is just a perfectly normal thing to happen.
Please sit on the cot.
Yeah. Say, Zophrel, just out of curiosity, you mistook her for someone else. Would it be this doctor lady that she mentioned? Is that who you're after?
Yeah. She's here somewhere. I know it. I can smell her.
Well, that's wonderful and good for you. However, if you would like me to stop messing with your brain, you'll keep it in fucking check.
Yes, ma'am. He didn't call you little girl or honey, so progress.
Jesus Christ, this guy.
Is there anything Keziah can give to the lady with the name I can't pronounce? To make her feel better?
Candy?
Okay.
Water, of course.
She said,
yeah, she's parched.
Yeah.
It smells in here, so you could gesture her out into the hall.
Well, you just said that she had a special suit and she'd been out of the water for too long, so I didn't know if that meant...
Oh, yeah, you could hit her with a spritzer. A little pss, 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 pss.
Okay.
Gale could do it with a spell, probably.
Let me just hit this houseplant of a human with my...
Yeah, you make sure she's comfortable.
I mean, the only thing I have is elemental strike. Do I just hit this woman?
It's just the slightest
It's just...
strike. Just
A flick on the ear.
light mist. So yeah, you have Nadjulula. She goes by Water Dancer, which you learn if you talk to her at all.
We will.
Yeah.
Nah. Yeah.
And that's it for floor 10, unless you have something else you want to...
Nope.
No. I think we should move on.
Kristy, we didn't get that.
So I think we should move on.
Yes.
Yeah, let's move
All
on.
right. So you head to the elevator. You start going down to floor 18. And the camera pops out of the elevator and down into one of the lower cells. And we see a woman much taller than Naji Luler. And but she has long black hair, and she's sitting up and like kind of leaned forward, and she's listening, and she has just, you know, a villain face, you know, the kind of face you'd like to punch. And she has like a bruise on one cheek and a bandage on her neck.
I'm giving Kip a death glare.
Oh, and the water slowly inches up a little bit more.
It's almost as if the further we go down.
Maybe we should start at the lower levels and then go up.
Oh, just in case whoever's on floor 39 doesn't drown.
Yes, it's a good idea. I was going to
That's a good
suggest that.
idea.
Yeah.
Next time.
And maybe don't let Kip go in first.
Yeah,
next
I
time.
was going to say, let's let Kip.
Yeah.
Why doesn't Kip hang back
Yeah.
with Crunch with his power armor?
Although, I'm sorry, I was just going to say the cannons are on level 39, so he could step out of the elevator first.
Yes.
Good idea.
Can we follow the kind woman's advice and leash this bad boy?
Sure, you could summon a snake. Could use some of that fancy rope.
We have rope.
Tie a noose, put it over his head like a Western.
I said a leash, not a noose. If he would like to turn it into a noose, that's his prerogative by choking himself while running.
All right, likes. Who had any likes?
Gale, not Gale. Why did I say Gale? Alecto. Alecto just full on the powerful speech she gave Kip.
Mm-hmm.
Giving
Yeah.
Kip the business.
Yes.
Agreed.
You know who I don't like is our friend waiting up in the truck.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, that was fun.
Fucking Ray.
I don't know. I liked Gale's kind of taking over the situation there for a bit, and was very well handled. My brain is addled right now. So, but Gale did some fine role playing this week.
Yes.
Lovely.
Yes,
Thought we
agreed.
all
Both-
did. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say both Gale and Alecto did great tonight, and as always, Crunch is hilarious whether he means to be or not.
Truly.
Yeah, absolutely.
What was that old person thing that was happening earlier?
Oh, I was heading out Worth's Originals, I think.
Yes. He demanded that the stock be replenished before you went on this mission.
I
It's got
like
those little
having-
strawberries. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, the strawberries. Yeah. Where do you find those?
Where do they find these things? They must order them online, right?
Oh, you think they have the wherewithal to find them online?
Oh, they had
Senior
them
center outlets.
even before, like there was the internet and stuff. Like grandma's always just managed to have those, and the butterscotches
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
and the strawberries and like all like little jewel candies. They're
Yeah.
all shaped like different gems.
It was all hard
but-
candy.
Yeah, it was all
Yeah.
kinds of hard candy. Just always, just random. Like
Mhm.
where does there must be like a grandma candy elf or something.
Yeah. Likes for the Loremaster. I love the description of the hog.
Yes. That was special.
Well, I felt like it was an oversight because last time he was in the show, I didn't mention it, but it's important lore.
You wanted
We
to
had a lot of complaints from listeners.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm
And
glad you
wanted-
addressed that.
You wanted
We
to
gotta-
just enough detail to establish his girth without actually going into too much detail and making everybody kind of sick to their stomachs.
We got so many emails just like, what about the hog?
Right.
You forgot the most
a
important
little a little hog goes a long way. It's true. Okay, so I liked the hog, of course. I liked Gale and Alecto's business. I think my favorite moment of the night, though, is just imagining Keziah like immediately Googling someone right when she makes them.
That was very good.
Yeah, yeah.
It's that sort of like exquisite rudeness that only Keziah is capable of.
It's very accurate.
I very much like the weird cast of characters we're running into, and I can't wait for the next 4 green lights.
Yeah.
That we're coming across.
Releasing all these unsavory characters.
Then we're gonna have to wrangle them, and they're all gonna. It's gonna be bad. It's bad news.
Oh yeah, no, this is Belle's Hideout Part 2. This is going to be a wild cast of characters.
I mean, I guess you could just send them up if you wanted to.
We could.
If they get annoying or boring.
We're accidentally creating the villain faction for the next season.
Yeah.
But it's like a Suicide Squad situation where we end up playing them like doing something heroic. Or
Oh
they're all
yeah,
gonna
this
get
is
killed.
a full Amanda Waller.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll put on wishes. Suicide Squad. Prisoners.
I'm not sure if this is a wish per se, but I'm just kind of surprised that dealing with all these unsavory people, Mosh has been quiet.
Yes. I kept thinking of like, when should it? But it's usually only in really quiet moments.
Yeah.
Which we didn't have a lot of this time. I wonder why it was so much wackier this time. It's weird. It's not like Kristy is any more boisterous than any of the 3 of you. It's just the synergy that happens.
Anytime it's all 4 of us.
Yeah. Well, it was also. I think it was also this guy, this unsavory psychopath.
Yeah.
That we have to wrangle, and he's a lot. He's not like a very quiet, suspenseful, broody. Like,
He's always sweating and shaking,
right. He's very
flexing.
very, very kinetic guy.
It's okay. You can just say that I'm a disruptive presence.
You're a disruptive presence.
No.
You're disruptive.
I gotta remember to reference you as disruptive presence next time. Any wishes for next time other than a Suicide Squad?
The Suicide Squad should form because Kip redeems himself with a heroic act that leads to his horrific death.
Yes.
Okay, a redemption death.
Yeah.
Redemption for Kip.
Okay.
Like particularly like grisly and awful death.
I love it. I can't wait.
But also excruciating.
Yes.
But redemptive.
Possibly.
Like
Like not quick.
Yes.
It has to be a lingering, agonizing.
Like that guy that fell down the floor in Austin Powers.
Yes.
Where he's like, I'm still alive.
Yeah.
Preferably hog-based.
No, please don't. That's,
Yeah, no,
that's
please
good.
don't. I'm thinking about it now, and that's a little much.
We're crossing a line there.
Now, if it was 30 to 50 feral hogs.
See, now we're talking.
Oh, cruel irony.
Sadly, that's all that's left after the attack is the hog. All right, so those are fun witches. How do people find you on the internet, Kristy?
I have some short stories up for free on a website called Vocal. They're under my full name, though, which is real long, so you can look for a link to those under the show notes, or you can look me up on my Bluesky, which is Kmitko, Kmitko, and there's a pinned post there.
All righty, AJ.
All right, you can find me on another podcast. It's called Christmastide Ohio. I do that podcast with a bunch of other friends. We play kids on bikes in a Christmas Hallmark-esque town. We solve mysteries. We talk to ghosts. We learn magic. But very fun show. I also produce all the music, so go ahead, check that out. And also socials, AJ the Slayer, with or without underscores between each word. Any platform you can think of.
And Ash?
You can find me in basement underneath an abandoned church. Next to Jerry's auto shop and ice cream parlor. I'm actually not online these days. I do not do the social medias.
Reasonable.
Maybe I'll go back one day.
Well, I'll catch you down at the auto shop / ice cream parlor. Mm-hmm. Jayme, what's up? Where do we find you?
You can find me on YouTube. Just look up the off-brand Gandalf. And pretty soon I'm going to post an actual play I ran named Meat Grinder, where my goal was to kill as many PCs as possible.
Oh, I love
and
this.
It went pretty well.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. That's awesome. You can find me everywhere at El Jefe Tacoma. I do live stream every other Sunday over on Twitch, twitch.tv/Omniversal Escapades. It is an actual play. All our episodes are archived at youtube.com/Omniversal Escapades. Jayme is on a bunch of them. We played a couple of Jayme's games as well. And I have Everything is Awesome. I've got a new update on Sophia's action against the peat mining people over there in Sweden. Everybody had their charges dropped, so that was cool. Find out all about that. And then The Great and Secret Knowledge, where we've covered all manner of different things, from Piranesi to The Wizard of Oz, In the Mouth of Madness, the Vor game, and much, much more. And I have a dispatch from my trip to Gallifrey 1, my first ever fan convention. It's a Doctor Who convention down there in Los Angeles. That's up there as well. Mm-hmm. All right. If there's nothing else, I guess we could adjourn for the day. Anybody have any final wishes they want to send to our beloved listeners?
Hey, stay safe out there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I wish happiness and peace and contentment for you all.
Yeah,
Be well and be wonderful.
indeed.
And Werther's originals all around.
And those strawberry ones, too. Don't forget those.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Keep it rolling, Grandma. Shout out to Space Knife for letting us use their track, I'm Taking Off, Shield Your Eyes, from their Into the Black Hole EP. Thanks, Space Knife. Keep it rolling.
Thank you, Claire.
Thank you, Claire.
Thank you, Claire.
Word to your mother, Claire.
Do you think Claire has a mother?
I mean, I'm assuming whoever created her.
She's a parent. Possibly a team of parents.
Yeah. You know, fuck the nuclear family.
How many parents is too many parents?
That depends on the family.
Well, what I heard is the word parrots, and to answer your question, 7.
Nice.
I know a lot of polyamorous people that have extended family kids. They all live in the same. It's kind of really cool. Like everyone will live in a giant house together, or like have a plot of land with several houses on it, share resources. It's beautiful.
Nice.
And they'll
See,
split
that's what
parenting
I'm
up,
looking for.
Yeah.
In The Expanse, one of the characters grew up as the single child of 9 parents. And it sounds like, at least according to that book, it was a weird way to grow up, but nice because, you know, if you have that many parents, there's a good chance that most of them will be cool, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Or at least one. Is that the detective?
No, he grew up on Ceres, the asteroid. No, this would have been the Navy guy. Fucking main character, basically.
Oh, okay. Yeah, gotcha.
I can't remember the main characters. The
Sounds like a
captain
great
of the
show.
ship. It's God.
Yeah.
Oh, Moby?
The captain of the Rocinante.
Yeah. I had started to get into The Expanse and I put it down, and I haven't gotten
TV
back
show
to
or the books?
both, but I haven't gotten back to either one.
The TV show, definitely the first 2 seasons are like absurdly good. The books, most of them are really, really good. They're all like a consistent quality. That first one's, yeah, if you can get past the first, you know, if you can get into the style of it, you'll be hooked, I bet. The detective in that show is played by Thomas Jane. It's probably his finest performance that I've seen.
He reminded me of a young Tom Waits.
Yeah.
For who?
Tom Waits for no one.
Was that the Thomas Jane character with like the kind of cool haircut?
He had a fedora and a mohawk. Yeah.
Did he talk like he had a throat full of gravel?
He's just a little gravelly like this, you know?
Sweet.
He had a bit of, I don't know. He was real chill.
Yeah.
Except when he got really mad for righteous reasons. Bit of an anti-hero. It's so weird talking about stuff that only one person on the call even has any context for. I'll move on.
How is it that you are able to be free?
What do you mean?
You are not in a cell.
Yeah, he was at a cell. We let him out.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
What I said.
I forgot that part of the podcast.
Yes, he came out of a cell. Sorry.